What's going on, everyone? It's Coach Ed here, bringing you another Coach Ed's Reading Attack Live. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking Rutgers football, as well as a little bit of New York Knicks news. So sit back, relax, and let's go. Now, today's episode also is sponsored by the New Jersey Silverbacks semi-pro football team. So thanks to the Silverbacks, but let's get into the show.
Yo, it's Coach Ed. Got the insights, no boats. From the rookies in the youth leagues to the seasoned pros, ladies ballin', fellas fighting all around the globe. Breaking it down dynamic, tune in, listen up. Don't wanna miss the flow. It's Coach Ed Reading Attack, the sports show. From the courts to the field, he's got the stats. Dropping knowledge is where the real fans at. So stand up, get ready for the play. Wave your arms in the air, let's hear you say. Coach Ed, our mentor on the mic. Breaking down the game, every highlight. Analyzing plays, court the turf the like. Youth leagues, college dreams, pro spotlight. Tackling the flats, defense or attack. He's got the vision, shows you where it's at. We grab the scoop, no stone left unturned. In Coach Ed's realm, the knowledge earned.
Check the team, we hit hard, grind tough, Silverbacks, yeah, we playing rough. Seasons changing, we don't bluff. 24's our year, say enough's enough. New Jersey reppin', we rise above. In that huddle, fighting is our love. Get down or lay down, push comes to shove. No fakes, no counterfeits, it's strength we show. Hustle on the field, opponents moving slow. See your fall, we coming up, yeah, you know. Silverbacks in the game, we still a show. New Jersey pride, let our colors glow. Get down or lay down, this is how we roll. From Newark to Trenton, the crowd shouts loud. Gridiron King, standing tall and proud. Training hard, every sweat drop counts. Blood, sweat, and tears, that what we about. Defensive lines a wall, offense storms like thunder. Silverbacks, baby, watch us break asunder. Eyes on the prize, Super Bowl ambition. Coach Ox got the vision, making no omissions. Each play we running sharp, no intermission. Taking over fields, every fan's addiction. Passionate, raw, stadium's our domain. Every snap, every throw, we bring the pain. From Patterson to Camden, we're chasing that fame. In 2024, you gon' remember our name. 24, we coming up, yeah, you know. Silverbacks in the game, we steal a show.
All right, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to tune into another Reading Attack Live with Coach Ed. Today, like I said, I'm going to be touching on Rutgers football and a little bit of the New York Knicks. But before I get into that, if you're new to the channel, or everyone, first of all, hit the like button. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification. And everyone, always sharing all your social media platforms that are available to you. I really thank you guys for tuning in. So I'm going to start out in terms of talking a little bit about the New York Knicks. Today, the Knicks made a move per Shams Karina. The New York Knicks are going to be signing Cameron Payne to a backup guard position. Payne is going to be signing for a $3.1 million deal. This is after Jalen Brunson took a big discount, so this allows us to bring in another guard to the fold. Now, what position is he going to play? That's left to be determined. I did check out one content creator, Marshall from Knicks chat. He seems to think that, or he has a feeling that Miles McBride might be on the move. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that, and I'm going to see. But Payne, played for the Bucks and the Sixers last year. He was traded from the Bucks to the Sixers at the deadline. He put up 7.4 points per game, 2.6 assists, 1.5 rebounds off the bench last season. So he's been a solid player. Played 9 years. He shot about 39% from deep last year. So he will be a very reliable player, a veteran player. He can facilitate, and he brings a multitude of different talents to the team. So I'm definitely interested to see, how Tibbs works him into the rotation and what's going to happen. Of course, who else is going to be brought in? Have to keep an eye out for the big, to back up Mitchell Robinson, and also to help out with Julius. That's going to be key also. But let me tap into the chat real quick. My brother Next Shift Randy, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate you. If there is ever a person to support and show love to, is Coach Ed. 1,000,000%. This guy has helped me so much during my tough times and couldn't have gotten this far without him. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it, man. It's nothing but love and respect for you, and I'll always be there for you, just like you're there for me, man. It's, sometimes in life, yeah, we do sports and we talk about it, but it's more important in terms of life and being there for each other and supporting each other and helping us all through the tough times. So, I got you, brother, anytime, and I know you got me. So, but excuse me, but getting back to the Knicks, Payne, the acquisition or signing, I'm sorry, is going to be very interesting, because with Payne, you have the rookie of Voltic, of course, Miles McBride, you have DiVincenzo. So you have a plethora of guards, and also you have Bridges, who's going to play an off guard position. So the Knicks are stacking up to have a very formidable, at least a guard rotation. So definitely interested to see, how they continue to build this roster and where they go from here. But I like the selection and bringing in Cameron Payne. I watched him with Philly, and he was a very good guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's an elite player, but he's a very serviceable. And, if you have to sit Brunson and he has to facilitate, he's going to do a good job in terms of leading the offense and leading the team out there. And he's a decent defensive player, and that's something that, Tibbs definitely likes. And, I want to see how he works in conjunction if you keep Deuce McBride or Dante DiVincenzo. If you're rotating with him in the second unit, and also if he works a little bit with the first unit, has to work with Bridges. How are they going to work together? So that's something that I definitely want to keep an eye on. Going forward, I definitely want to see what's going to happen going forward. In terms of other signings. There's also a report on Bleacher Report that Miles Bridges is expected to sign a team-friendly contract similar to what Jalen Brunson did. Now, how much? Right now, that's something that's being left to. Don't have all the particulars, but he says he's eligible to sign a short-term extension, and he can sign a 4-year deal with the Knicks if he chooses to wait until after this year. So it's going to be interesting, and I definitely like the thought. This shows that guys have bought in and they want to help this team, get players to come in and help this team compete for a championship. So that's going to be very important in the long run. So excited to see what happens with the season coming up, so stay tuned to that. So definitely going to be talking more about that as we go. So I'm going to go ahead now and transfer over and talk about Rutgers football. There's a lot going on. So many different stories that are out there, in terms of games being played, projected records. I've seen anywhere from 5.5, in terms of saying they can win 5.5 games, up to be honest with you, saw one publication say 10 games. Locked on Big Ten. They said that, they went through the schedule. They took a look at all the games, and they projected Rutgers to possibly go 9-3, 10-2. Now, as a Rutgers fan, of course I would love that. And that's what I would want to see. That would put Rutgers in a sense back where we've always felt they needed to be, and especially in the Big Ten. I mean, if Rutgers could put up a record like that, it would definitely be a very good time in Rutgers Nation. So, it's 10-2. Like I said, if Locked On Big Ten is accurate, and this is a Big Ten programming, because there were times that he was very hard on Rutgers, question why Rutgers is in the Big Ten, but now for him to look at the schedule, and he said all the games are winnable. They all are. I mean, you can also see Rutgers, possibly lose games. So, that's always a factor. So, what's up, Raph? Thanks for tapping in. I really appreciate you, man. Another great content creator that's out there, El Capitan Rafael Fucho. So, great Raiders fan, but also does a lot of content in Spanish. So, definitely check him out. But, if Rutgers is able to, as Locked On Big Ten said, get that will change the whole dynamic. That opens the door. A lot of eyes are on them. Recruits are watching what's going on with Rutgers. They already have a top-rated recruiting class coming in, so it's very intriguing to see, what will happen now. When you sit down and you look at the different positions, one of the positions I want to talk about is the quarterback position. There's a lot going on with that, and just to be very blunt, Rutgers got a transfer quarterback from in Minnesota to come into Rutgers and compete originally with Gavin Wimsatt, who was the starter last year. Ethan Kaliakmanis decided to transfer in. I believe he has 2 years left, but he is a super senior. Now he's not. I'm not going to sit here and say he's a elite quarterback, but he's definitely a step up over Gavin. Gavin was more of a run-centric quarterback, but Kaliakmanis is definitely a passer. Now, like I said, he's not an elite, but definitely having his threat as a passer helps and will force teams not to load the box against Rutgers in run situations. So Rutgers will be able to, hit play action and also get the ball downfield to some of the receivers, some of the transfer receivers that are there in the program. So, but yes, like I said, I wanted to talk about the quarterback position, starting with Kaliakmanis, man. He's from Illinois. He went to Antosh, Illinois. He's played in 23 games with 17 starts at quarterback for Minnesota over the previous 2 years. He's completed 216 completions in 405 passes for 2,784 yards and 17 touchdowns. Now, he's also rushed for 234 yards and 3 scores. So it's not like he's a stationary quarterback. You're able to do some of the things that you want to do with him and allow him to get outside the pocket. You can also have some of the run-centric quarterback runs that you did run with Gavin. So, he's definitely a quarterback that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on. And I want to see how he commands the offense and how the guys follow through with him. It's very important. He's able to come in and lead this offense and open the offense up. I mean, that's very important. And then that will also allow for Kyle Monangai, the returning. He was the Big Ten's leading rusher last year. So if you have the threat of the pass of a quarterback back there who can pass and who's somewhat effective and efficient in the pass game, it will help open up the run game even more and allow Monangai to be a lot more effective and efficient next year. And, can he also elevate his game? One of the things he's going to have to do is especially trying to move on to the NFL after next season, he's going to definitely have to work on his pass catching. Now, he has the ability, but he has to be a little bit consistent. I'm not worried about the blocking with him. One of the things that I can tell you is he's a beast of a blocker. He'll step in and he'll pick up a linebacker and he'll put linebackers on their backside. So it's definitely an important aspect to his game as well as a runner. What's up, Alex, man? Thanks for tapping in. I really appreciate you, man. Another great content creator, covering the Giants, the Yankees, the Knicks sometimes, as well as getting some great interviews from many different players across the board, players and coaches. So, but in terms of Callie McManus, I mean, his ability to at least help stretch the field and get the ball downfield to some of the receivers that Rutgers has, especially the vertical threat receivers. If he's able to do that and force defenses to at least keep two safeties back, that allows Rutgers to be able to be more effective in terms of their offense. Now, last year they were heavily run-centric, so their passing offense was not that good. Like I said, Gavin, while he was good in the run, his passings was not as efficient. But Callie McManus is definitely a quarterback who can definitely help open the game. Now, behind him, you're going to have young quarterbacks, and that's where this is very critical and concerning. You have a Johnny Shepard, who's going to be a redshirt freshman. You have AJ Sarace, who's going to be a true freshman. He's a 3-star, 4-star quarterback from New Jersey who Rutgers signed. And then you have Colin O'Sullivan, who's a walk-in quarterback. But those are the 4 quarterbacks. So, and Athan has the most experience. Johnny is the next, where he played in 1 game. And like I said, AJ is a true freshman, and O'Sullivan is a walk-on. So they do not have the experience. So it's very important that Callie McManus is able to man the quarterback position and also get through this whole season. So it's important that he does that. Now Shepard, like I said, he has an advantage being in the system for a year. Sarace has talent. So it's going to be very interesting. And he has picked up things, in terms of being in camp. And when he was there for spring practice, he did show some talent. But again, you saw that he's a freshman. In terms of Shepard, he played a little bit more confident in terms of his game and how he attacked and played the position. So, if he needs to go in, I think he'll be all right. He's not going to be blinded by the headlights in a sense. But, he's still a young quarterback, and it's very important that Rutgers, number one, protects Callie McManus, but also gives him the opportunity to be productive on the field of play. So that's extremely important for Rutgers going forward, because the quarterbacks behind them, it's going to be tough. Now, if Rutgers is able to effectively use the run game, to help the pass game, that's another factor. They do have some talented receivers, some young, some veterans, who are just transfer guys who are just coming in, Damian Miller and Nycene Brantley. They have the ability to play. You have some young, talented receivers who can also come in and help in the offense, but that's also going to help the quarterback. Allowing him to get the ball to his playmakers and let them produce and get the yardage, when necessary. But again, if he can quickly hit the field, at least hit a couple of passes deep, that'll force defenses to play back, and that allows you to be able to run, because Rutgers does have a veteran group in the offensive line. They'll be able to be physical in the run game, but they'll also be able to give him time. I mean, that's why it's important, when you have pretty much one veteran guy and a plethora of young quarterbacks, you need him to stay upright and be healthy all year. So, and if he's able to do that, that will help Rutgers' offense. Now, Rutgers has a great defense. they they definitely have a good defense. So that's why the offense, if the offense can be productive, the defense will help them along the way. And that's where Ethan comes into play, as a leader of the program, because he's the starting quarterback. Now I would have loved for Gavin to stay and competed. And you know what? He was named. Ethan was named the starter. But if Gavin could have stayed and been that backup, it would have helped solidify this program a little bit more. Yes, you could have done different things. Use Gavin in the run game as a running quarterback. And then at times, use him to pass the ball in certain situations just to keep the defense honest and catch them off guard. But you know what? He transferred out and he went to Kentucky. So it's all on Ethan Kaliakmanis. He has the ability. Like I said, he's played in the Big Ten. He's played plenty of games, has well over 23 games that he's played in, 17 starts. So it's not like he's not used to the Big Ten talent that we will see. Now, the one also advantage for Rutgers is, we don't see Ohio State. We don't see Michigan, Penn State, or even Oregon, one of the new programs coming in. So, now they do face Washington, USC, and UCLA. So I'm not saying that it's going to be a cakewalk. But, if you're not playing those elite teams, it helps. And that can also help Kaliakmanis along the way, and allow him to gain confidence. So, starting the season with Howard and then Akron, before you go down to Virginia Tech, that can also go a long way. And, if this team can gel and play for Kaliakmanis and help him, I think he's going to be a serviceable quarterback. If he can honestly pass for, 2,500 yards, that will be big in this offense. 2,500 yards will allow the run game to be a lot more efficient and effective, because Rutgers in the run game is stacked as far as running back. But, my main focus today was talking about the quarterback. So, and that's what's most important right now, or that's the biggest focus for me right now. And that's what's most important for this program. Kaliakmanis can, like I said, get the ball to his playmakers, his tight ends, his wide receivers, even the running backs, in little dump downs and little swings. It'll go a long way for him, to develop as a quarterback going forward. So I'm really excited to see what Rutgers has in terms of the quarterbacks and how they go out there and produce. So, but that's what I wanted to talk about today in today's episode of the Read and Attack Show. Just wanted to keep it real simple. I know it came on a little bit late, and I do apologize, but I wanted to talk about the quarterbacks. I'm going to be talking more about the different positions within Rutgers, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, offensive line, and also on the defensive side. I'll even be talking about the coaching and the projections. Like I said, I touched on that a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. So that's pretty much it. If you have any comments, just make sure you leave it in the comment section. I'll always tap back later and see what you had, and I'll respond to you. So, and if you have any questions, hit me on Twitter. I would love for you guys to do that. So, but that's going to be it today. I really appreciate everyone who's tapped in. Alex, Big Blue in the Bronx, Rafael, Capitan Rafael, El Fucho, Next Shift Randy. You guys have been phenomenal. I really appreciate you. Everyone else, thanks a lot for tuning in. To the Silverbacks, thanks for being a great sponsor. I really appreciate you guys. And make sure you tune in on Wednesday for another episode of Coach Ed's Read and Attack Sports Show Live. Until then, you all have a great night. And make sure you turn it on and turn it up. Peace.
Check the team. Check the team. We hit hard, grind tough, Silverbacks, yeah, we playing rough. Seasons changing, we don't bluff. 24's all year, say enough's enough. New Jersey reppin', we rise above. In that huddle, fighting is our love. Get down or lay down, push comes to shove. No fakes, no counterfeits, it's strength we show. Hustle on the field, opponents moving slow. See your fall, we coming up, yeah, you know. Silverbacks in the game, we still a show. New Jersey pride, let our colors glow. Get down or lay down, this is how we roll. From Newark to Trenton, the crowd shouts loud. Gridiron King, standing tall and proud. Training hard, every sweat drop counts. Blood, sweat, and tears, that what we about. Defensive lines a wall, offense storms like thunder. Silverbacks, baby, watch us break asunder. Eyes on the prize, Super Bowl ambition. Coach Ox got the vision, making no omissions. Each play we run sharp, no intermission. Taking over fields, every fan's addiction. Passionate, raw, stadiums our domain. Every snap, every throw, we bring the pain. From Patterson to Camden, we're chasing that fame. In 2024, you gon' remember our name. 24, we coming up, yeah, you know. Silverbacks in the game, we still a show.
Yo, it's Coach Ed. Got the insights, no boast. From the rookies in the youth leagues to the seasoned pros, ladies ballin', fellas fighting all around the globe. Breaking it down, dynamic. You know, tune in, listen up. Don't wanna miss the flow. It's Coach Ed's Read and Attack, the sports show. From the courts to the field, he's got the stats. Dropping knowledge is where the real fans at. So stand up, get ready for the party. Wave your arms in the air, let's hear you say. Coach Ed, our mentor on the mic. Breaking down the game, every highlight. Analyzing plays, court the turf the like. Youth leagues, college dreams, pro spotlight. Tackling the flats, defense or attack. He's got the vision, shows you where it's at. We grab the scoop, no stone left unturned. In Coach Ed's realm, the knowledge earned.